Hello everyone, what's up? Someone asked me how to use the radar and how to get a missile lock in BDArmory. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get a radar lock and how to use all the different types of missiles that you can find in BDArmory. Let's get right into it. To be able to lock and fire radar guided missiles, you need a few parts on your plane to be able to do it. First, you need a radar. As you can see here, I have an air-to-air radome. You need a weapon manager, which I have here, and you need a missile. In this case, I have the AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles on my vehicle. If you don't have the radar, this won't work, so you have to make sure you have that. Once you have all of that, we can just get up in the air and I can demonstrate how to fire your missile. Okay, we are up in the air now. As you can see, I have spawned in an enemy jet over there, just so we can practice firing missiles at them. So the first step you're going to do is activate your radar. It should be in the modules page of your weapon manager. You can open that by pressing the BDArmory tab on the right. You can activate your radar just by clicking it, and now it's active. There's a few things you need to see here. The bore sight button is the main thing. This allows you to switch to a kind of forward-facing radar setting, which is really useful in dogfights because you can simply move it onto a target to get a lock. Okay, so to lock a target, you simply just need to click on it, and you have your lock. Really simple. Now to fire a missile, you simply need to select your weapon, in this case the AIM-120, and you just need to get them inside of this reticle here. Make sure your trigger is armed. I'm going to use bore sight in this case, just to make it much easier to fire the missile. And fire. As you can see, our AIM-120 is tracking, and boom. Now, if you're using an air-to-air heat-seeking weapon, such as the AIM-9, you're going to need a completely different approach. You can use the radar as well, although it's not necessarily ideal. As you can see, I can lock them, and this will make locking them with the missile a lot easier, as it will keep the seeker engaged onto the target once they're in range. I'm going to arm the trigger. Just going to approach the target. Now we're in range. You can fire off your missile. And boom. Completely destroyed. AIM-9s are better in closer range because they have much better turn than the AIM-120. But at longer ranges, they struggle to get a lock because they're not tracking with radar. Now the last type of missile that you could be using is a laser-guided missile, such as the AGM-65 Maverick. This requires the use of a targeting pod, or FLIR, such as this one we have here, the targeting pod. You can activate the targeting pod the same way you would activate any other thing. You simply click here, and now you have a target camera. That's where your target camera is pointing, and you can use these arrows, or you can drag around, or you can set up keys in the input settings. I personally have them set to my arrow keys, since it's pretty simple to be able to lock a target. You can zoom in like this. You can press lock target once you see the target. As you can see there, we have our target spotted. You can press center of mass track to allow the missile, we just lost the target, sorry, to allow the system to just, like as you can see, it snaps on, and it'll allow you to keep lock on the target even if they're moving. So here's the difference between having center of mass track active or not active in a really simple way. So we're just going to get a lock onto our target, which is just a little truck. So with center of mass track active, if I have this ammo truck kind of drive around, you can see, we can see right here, we can see that it's tracking and it's watching the target the entire time. If I turn this off, I'm going to have to manually track it. That's why you almost always have center mass track active. And now we can just go ahead and fire off a missile. That's going to keep tracking it even as it moves. And there's no longer any ammo truck. And with that, we can conclude this video. In this video we have explained how to use all the different types of missiles you can find in the game, as well as how to use the radar, target, and targeting pod. If you want a more detailed description of something else, please be sure to leave a comment below of what you want me to review or create a tutorial about next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.